What's up everybody, you're watching the From WordPress to Statamic YouTube channel. My name is Michael. Today I want to go over something that you'll probably find on just about every Statamic website out there. When we're talking WordPress, you'll probably have something like advanced custom fields, and then have your options settings, which is kind of a universal bucket for having fields that aren't necessarily tied to a block or page template or something like that. And what will we use that for? Well, it's going to be data that we're going to find maybe anywhere on the site. For example, you might have social links that appear in the footer, and then maybe again on the contact page, and maybe again in some sort of navigation. If I make use of the globals, then I don't have to configure them in any given place that they're going to be. I can just define them once and make use of them anywhere. So let's take a look. Here on the documentation page for globals, you get all the information that I'm going to be talking about here. But let's take a look in the context of the control panel of the site. If it's to go in the back end here, I'm going to scroll down to globals, and you can see I already have a couple of sets configured. If I were to look over on the other side of my screen, you can see I've got under the content globals, I have these 3 YAML files that correspond to my global sets that I already have here. Now, if I were to create a new one, let me just create global and write, custom global set. Creates the handle there. And lo and behold, now over in my globals on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see I have my new custom global set with nothing in it. And now I have the opportunity to add a blueprint. Rather than doing that, let's just take a look at the ones I already have. So I'm going to go back to globals. And as you can see, I have a couple different ones, such as organization info. And this is where I'm going to put something like the address for my organization, any contact email, social links, stuff like that. And then I can make use of those in my templates. For example, I can go over here and look at my footer. If I look down here, I can find organization info, and this is the key that corresponds to the global set that I'm looking at here in the control panel. And I can make use of it just like any other tag. I can use it as a conditional to check if there's data there. I can use it like a tag pair, and I can iterate over the things there if there's more than one, like these social links, for example. Another use case could be some general site configurations. Here I have an option to show a secondary nav, and if I show it, what placement would it be? So I'm going to look at my header over here, and I'm going to just close the sidebar. And you can see here my site config, and I have this toggle for show secondary nav and checking what the location is going to be. Now I'm going to change it to top so that it matches the settings that I have over on the right side, so that you can see if I have it turned on and the nav location is the top. I'm going to come over here and refresh, and now you can see the new navigation right at the top of the screen there. Now, looking at this file again, you can see if the location is off canvas, which is my other option, then I'm going to be showing a partial. Let's see what that looks like. I'm going to change this back to off canvas. Save. Give it a refresh, and it disappears from the top, but I'm actually showing a new button here. If I was to examine my main navigation, you can see I'm checking for the off canvas to show this button, which is just going to toggle the stuff that's in that partial. And it looks like this. As you can see, configuring global sets gives us a lot of power to control things like which navigations we want, whether we're going to show information in our footer, or do I want to toggle between light mode and dark mode if it's not already automatic, for example. Or am I toggling some sort of news banner on and off, or what's the information going to be in there and if it's going to be shown across the site. Just use your imagination or think back through your experience to know what kind of things you might use the global settings for. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you haven't already, sign up for the newsletter. The link is in the description. And don't forget to check out my new podcast, Talking Statamic. Catch you next time.